Alright, budget magic time. Planks up green, black, Emrakul in modern. And that sand looks fine. Well, we'll keep it. Couple lands, lots of ways to find lands. Lingering Souls, pretty sweet. Verdant Catacombs for our opponent, and passes. So that could be a lot of things. Death Shadow, Jund. Let's just Citadel. Go. Opponent cracks. So this hand should be able to get us to a pretty fast Emrakul. Assuming we can find the Emrakul. I mean, we can traverse for one. But, yeah. I mean, if things work out and we don't get hit by discard, decent chance. Dark Confidant. That's something we do not have an answer for. Well, that's Forest. I guess we just run out the Wayfinder. Start filling our graveyard for Emrakul purposes. Wayfinder! Man. This is bringing back nightmares. What deck do we play with Wayfinder where Wayfinder kept doing that to us? I feel like the math is in favor of us hitting it. Opponent reveals a forest with the Bob. Takes no damage. Wooded Foothills. Cracks it. I mean, that's fine, though. We did get 5 card types, so even though we didn't get a land, we have Sakura Tribe Elders to find lands, and 5 card types is a lot of card types. There's a Liliana. That's not too bad, because we can always discard Lingering Souls, flash it back. I don't know if that's worth it. We get more Lingering Souls if we keep it in hand. Alright. Get rid of the Lingering Souls. It's kind of a free discard, or like a halfway free discard. Although the tokens are actually super good against Jund, because they're so about 1-for-1ing. Swamp. Get rid of the Bob. That was a very good draw. The Deadweight. Hit the Liliana. 4-1. We do have to make sure Liliana doesn't ultimate, and it's getting to the point where it's kind of annoying. Yeah. Let's just main phase Grizzly Salvage, see if we can find a land. And I guess we just take Land and War Waste. Have our Darksteel Citadel in the graveyard. For more card counts. So we're actually up to maximum card types for Emrakul, 7. So we need 6 lands, and we're actually like a turn away from that if nothing goes wrong. We can double Sakura Tribe Elder, Traverse. There's a Tarmogoyf. Well, we have lots of blockers for Tarmogoyf. Unfortunately, we're going to have to start discarding most likely, yeah. So it's going to slow down our Emrakul clock a bit. So we'll just discard an Elder here. We need to be able to traverse for Emrakul, hopefully. Or maybe we'll just draw Emrakul. So what do we do here? Let's flashback our Lingering Souls. Get some pressure on the Liliana. Play the land. Play Sakura Tribe Elder. And since we drew the Emrakul, if our opponent takes up Liliana, we can just discard the Traverse. I think is fine. Since we'd be traversing for Emrakul anyway. And pass the turn. Opponent taking down a Spirit. That's why Lingering Souls is so good against Jund. They're all their removal, or most of their removal, is 1-for-1. And lightning bolting Spirit tokens just never feels good. That's not a effective way of winning the game. Alright. Traverse down. Yep. Opponent discards a land. Gets in with the Goyf. And we'll just do the classic block and sack. Get another land. So we're super close. We need an untapped land off the top for our Emrakul. We got the card types. We even have buffers for the Liliana. So it should just win us the game. And there it is. Sweet. Alright. Emrakul time. Oh, man. Tarmogoyfs and Lilianas and all that expensive stuff, and we'll just Emrakul ya. Does our opponent have Kolaghan's Command? Oh man, our opponent! They could have if this is Kolaghan's command, they could have made us discard the Emrakul. I mean, they didn't know, but we had one card in hand. We discarded Traverse the Uvenwald, which is obviously an awesome card. That seems... I don't know about that plan by the opponent. That might just be wrong, that they didn't make us discard after seeing us discard Traverse. So the big thing here is we only have one creature as a buffer. So if our opponent can find a removal spell, let's ping Liliana for one. If our opponent can find a removal spell for Wayfinder, we lose our Emrakul and probably the game. But we get our opponent's turn. All right, Dark Confidant, Fatal Push. So this is actually pretty sweet. We get to basically wrath our opponent's board. So play the Bob, and then we can Fatal Push one of the creatures. Doesn't really matter. I guess we'll hit Tarmogoyf. And then tick down Liliana, targeting our opponent with our own Liliana. Get rid of the Dark Confidant. So basically, our opponent has maybe 2 turns to draw a removal spell for Satyr Wayfinder. If they draw one for Satyr Wayfinder, like a Fatal Push or a Bolt, they just kill Wayfinder, and then they take down Liliana, and then all of our hard work is done. Oh, all right. Whew, it's a Goyf, and Goyf is perfectly fine. Takes up Liliana. Goyf doesn't do anything here. Oh, we draw land. We mostly just wanted another creature, and now this is a really interesting situation. So we can attack the Liliana, and that means our opponent has 2 turns to top deck Maelstrom Pulse, probably. I don't know what other hard answer they have. Or we attack our opponent, and they have 1 turn, but they have more outs on that turn. They can draw anything that kills Wayfinder. Oh my god. I think we're just gonna... I think we're gonna go for it. I think we're just gonna go aggro. Just hit our opponent, put him to the test. They have 1 turn to top deck a removal spell for Wayfinder. I don't know. There's already some Fatal Pushes and Bolts out of their deck, so some of their most common answers are gone, and some of their answers hit both. Like, Maelstrom Pulse would do it no matter what. So I think, all things considered, I don't have hard numbers to back it up, but I think this is a really tough decision. But yeah. Yeah, let's do it. Put him to the test. Hit our opponent. Down to 3. All right, this is it. Opponent's down to 3. Play the land. 1 turn. Oh, come on. They gotta kill Wayfinder, or we got it. Opponent, goes to combat. Oh, that's a good sign. They're hoping for the jump. No vlogs. Down to 13, and opponent scoops it up. Oh, my goodness, we got there. Oh, whoa. Well, taking down the most expensive deck in Modern. I think we don't have a ton of the sideboard. Let's bring in a couple Doom Blades. Going down, I guess, Sakura Tribe Elder, and, yeah, I guess a Sphere. I don't think we have anything else. Let's just try it like that. That just gives us more answers to, I don't know, Tarmogoyf, Huntmaster. Yeah, try it like that. All right, on to game 2 against Jun. And sounds so close to being sweet, but can't keep the 1-lander. If we had 2 lands, this hand, okay, this works. I think we'll Inquisition to the bottom. The problem is we want to play a tap land on turn 1 so we can Wayfinder turn 2, so I don't think we can keep Inquisition. So play the Citadel, pass the turn. Well, hopefully we can just start stocking our graveyard and find an Emrakul. Another Ravine for opponent, passes. Nameless Inversion isn't bad. That means we don't just die to a Dark Confidant, which is good. Play the land. Satyr Wayfinder. Come on, Wayfinder. Not again. Not again, Wayfinder. Okay. 1 land, and we mill Lingering Souls, which is pretty sweet. Lingering Souls is just so good. I assume that this matchup gets tougher after boarding. Would not be surprised if our opponent had some sort of graveyard hate. I don't know exactly what, but there's probably something that hits our graveyard. Opponent. They can't play Liliana. What is this? Fulminator Mage. Okay. There goes our Citadel. Back to one land. Well, thankfully we do have Wayfinder. So, play a Swamp. Let's just flashback Lingering Souls, though. We drew another land, so we don't really have to focus on Wayfindering. Get in some damage while we have a chance. See what our opponent has. Opponent. Not another one. Is this really another Fulminator? Is our opponent mistapping? Oh, okay. Kitchen Finks. Kitchen Finks is fine. That's not... we don't really care about that. It does gain a bit of life, slow down our beats, but... Geez. So many Wayfinders. Alright. Let's run it out there. Start getting our graveyard filled a bit. What do we find? Wayfinder! Oh, Wayfinder is so good at that. We have 23 lands. I don't think we should be whiffing on Wayfinders every other time. Well, hit our opponent for 2. Opponent cracks the mire. Gets a... Blood Crypt tapped. Okay, just cracking. So, down to 18 for our opponent. And let's just pass the turn. Up to 5 card types in the graveyard. No way to get an Emrakul yet, though. Also, we don't have white mana for this Lingering Souls, which is kind of bad. That's what we'd really like to hit off this Wayfinder. Opponent gets in, we'll take it. Down to 16. What do you got, opponent? Well, I mean, I guess in the worst case, we can Eternal Witness back our Citadel for white mana, but hopefully it doesn't come to that. That does not feel like maximum value out of an Eternal Witness. Opponent. Or maybe they'll play Liliana and help us by letting us discard Lingering Souls. There's Liliana. Yep. Well, that works. So now we get to discard our Lingering Souls. Maybe we can just win with Spirits. Opponent only has 2 cards in hand. Doomblade. Well, Doomblade isn't a bad card to have access to. Sooner or later, our opponent's going to find Goyfs. Let's hit Liliana. Opponent cracks. Well, if they're going to use removal on our Spirits, that's pretty fine. Fatal Push. That works. So this does keep Liliana alive, but down to 1. And I think we just... Well, alright. Let's Lingering Souls. We already made our land drop, so let's Lingering Souls. And then... yeah, let's just leave up Nameless Inversion. It would be really nice to catch Raging Ravine if our opponent activates. And since they have so few cards in hand, there's a decent chance. We might actually just discard Satyr Wayfinder. The removal spells are such high upside. Yeah, I think Wayfinder's the way to go. And... Ooh, alright. There's a Raging Ravine. So this actually worked out almost exactly like we hoped. So, opponent goes attacking. Trigger on the stack. We can get our Nameless Inversion value. Also puts us up to 7 card types. So we have 11 Emrakul mana. We are down to 12. So we need, 2 more lands. Ooh, Smuggler's Copter, sweet. Ping our opponent for a couple. So no more discarding. And then I think we just Copter and leave up Doomblade. In case our opponent goes land Raging Ravine, then we can kill it. So we need 2 more mana to be able to Emrakul. We could get 1 back with Eternal Witness if it came down to it. Untaps. Gets in. Down to 9. Another Copter. Well, let's go looting. We kind of want to find lands here. I would like to Emrakul. If we get to Emrakul, it should... Alright, there goes our Copter. It should win us the game. Let's just get in with 2. We don't really want to take damage. Put our opponent down to 13. And just Copter, Doomblade again. Instant replay. Sooner or later, our opponent's not going to have removal. And if we can start looting with Copter, it's going to be pretty good for us. Opponent... Explosives X2. That gets Copter and our Wayfinders? Oh, that's not good. Now we might just have to kill the Sphinx, because it's going to be hard to block. But once we kill it once, we can get it with a spirit on the way back after it has the counter. Yeah, let's kill it. Stay at 9. What do we do with this Eternal Witness? Well, alright, Inquisition check. Ooh, okay, Liliana. Good one to get rid of. And now we Eternal Witness, but I have no idea what we get. If the game keeps going a few turns, I think Copter's the best option. Yeah, we'll take it. So pass the turn. We can... Yeah, we're going to pass. We want to leave up the ability to potentially, like, block Finks, triple block, or double block Raging Ravine. What's... Okay, Dark Confidant. Alright. Well, we get a Traverse. So we could Traverse... we could Traverse for anything, but we... let's just Smuggler's Copter. And... get in for 1? I don't think we Traverse yet. The downside is Traverse can get hit by discard if we keep it in our hand, but whatever we Traverse for, we're not going to Traverse for a 2-drop. Opponent gets an Overgrown 2. So take 0 off of Dark Confidant. 2 lands. 2 lands away from most likely winning with Emrakul. Opponent fires up our Raging Ravine. Attacks with just the Ravine. Well, we don't want to get in double bolt range, so let's chump. Chump with Eternal Witness. We do get to start looting. Oh, if we can find these lands. Alright, land number 1. Let's fire up our Looter Scooter. Get in with just a scooter to do some looting. What do we hit? Another Copter. Yeah, I think we just got to discard Copter. Discard Copter. Then we can... Well, our opponent's down to 11, which is 1 Emrakul hit. So now we can play Citadel, and we're an untapped land away from Emrakul. Do we just Traverse for Emrakul now? Our opponent will know it's coming, but we can't Traverse and cast it next turn if we draw the land. So let's Traverse. And, I mean, we don't even have anything else to get. It's lands, 2 Emrakuls, and Sakura Tribe Elders. So I think we're just taking an Emrakul. Play the land. I mean, this is it. Our opponent knows. If they draw a Liliana, a Thoughtseize, they got us. The other sweet thing here is we do have Smuggler's Copter. Grim Lavamancer. Alright, that's not discard. We do have Copter, so we get 2 draws at hitting an untapped land. And untapped land means Emrakul, means should be game. Overgrown Tomb for our opponent. Untapped down to 8. What's their non-Lavamancer card? Oh, not Liliana. Not 4 mana, okay. Oh, Raging Ravine? That's fine. Opponent attacks with everything. So I think that we just chump Ravine because we want to make sure we can crew Smuggler's Copter. And if our opponent's other card is Bolt or Fatal Push, we want 2 creatures for crewing. Yeah. Because the whole thing here is hitting that untapped land. If we hit the untapped land, we Emrakul, we win. And we got to maximize our odds of doing that. And the loot is important. Alright. Well, there it is. Alright, Plains. Play the land. And let's Emrakul. 6 mana, 13/13. Take your turn. Fair Magic card. Oh, at the perfect time. So, I think we just pass and leave up as much defense as possible. Oh, they did have Fatal Push too. Kills the Spirit. Alright, what can we do? Lavamancer. Opponent. Dark Confidant hits Anger of the Gods down to 5 and Bloodstained Mire. We can Anger, sweep away everything except Emrakul, and then as long as our opponent doesn't draw an out to Emrakul, we win, like Maelstrom Pulse. We might as well play the Bloodstained Mire and crack it and look at our opponent's deck and see what outs they have, because we can always fail to find, so we don't have to get a land. So crack Bloodstained Mire. What else do they have? They have one Maelstrom Pulse, one Liliana. That's fine. That's so two draws that can potentially get them out, and Liliana isn't even guaranteed. So the next question is, do we get a land? We can get a shock land untapped and put our opponent to 2, and that would mean our opponent has a reasonably decent chance, like 50-50 chance of dying to Dark Confidant. I think that's right. I think that gives us the highest odds, and the extra land does not seem relevant. So over Tomb, untap, opponent down to 2, and let's just fire up Ravine and slam it into Big Mama Emrakul. So yeah, we'll attack with Ravine. Attack with Fangs. We want to keep the Bob alive. We can block with the Emrakul. And we'll just block the Finks as well. So that's it. And pass the turn. So, I mean, that's the scenario. Opponent could die to their own Bob. Or if they don't die to Bob, they got to hit a Maelstrom Pulse. And our Confidant reveals... Yahoo! We got it! We got it! Oh my goodness. Oh, that was a pretty interesting line. What did our opponent hit? Oh, a Tarmogoyf. All right. Whew, well... Green-Black Emrakul taking down Jund, and yeah, that was pretty sweet. Taking turns is still pretty effective, and Emrakul pretty big, even in Modern. Oh, sweet! Thanks for watching the video. If you're subscribed, make sure to hit that bell icon to get notifications for all the latest videos. It's a great way to support the channel for free, and you can find the next video right here.